Hi guys, it's KamsApothecary, and I thought I'd be back with another video of doing, like the 2.0 characters in 2026, and I know I focused a lot on Zibai and her team, so I figured that I would do this really quickly. And I had this video already recorded before I did Zibai and her team, but I forgot that I had it, so I'm now doing the voiceover for it, and I've recorded it before Zibai came out, or around the time she came out, so I was doing that. Right now we are building Aloy and Ayato and Gorou, and with these three I plan to use them in like the Imaginarium Theater, if I can use them in the Imaginarium Theater. I don't know about Aloy because nothing's really been done with her, but I wanted to build characters rather than just building two of them. I included Aloy, so I'm fighting a very early game boss that I haven't fought in like years, because it was Eula's boss, but I've gotten Eula up to level 90, so there's no point for me to fight it, except now for Aloy. Now, something that I do during this fight is that I don't use Raiden's burst anymore after that point, so I just use her skill, because I think it does more damage, like the round circle on her back does more damage if you build it up, so that's what I'm doing instead of using her burst anymore. So that's kind of the reason why I stopped. So this video will be quite long, or at least as long as I intend to make it, because my last video, which will be the Zibai video, is about 44 minutes long, and this one is not quite as long as that. So it will be shorter, but I'm also not a yapper. I don't yap. So I find it hard to talk for like 20 straight minutes. So there's a lot of cuts, there's a lot of, quiet space or like dead space, and it's just a little bit harder for me because I'm not a yapper. But this is what I'm doing. I'm basically building Aloy and her team, or a team to put her on. There is a team which is like her, Kazuha, and someone else. There were two other characters, I don't know. But it's basically that, because her burst does like this like ice bomb thingy, similar to Klee, but except it's ice, and with that it basically kind of can gather up the ice bombs and be, gathered that way. So that's kind of the whole point I had with that. But with Ayato and Gorou, I plan to use them. Gorou is being used with Zibai, so this was before I actually had anything put on him. So I ended up leveling him up to level 80, and I leveled up Ayato to level 74, because I don't have enough books. And you'll see at the end of the video that I level up Aloy to level 80, Gorou to level 80, and then Ayato to level 70. But off camera, I leveled him up to level 74. So there's that. So it doesn't take me long to actually fight this boss. I end up moving on to, I don't remember which boss I go on to. I think I move on to like Gorou's boss after this one. And they're not that hard. Like I said, my teams are not meta. They're just there to look pretty and to be functional, at least in some way or form. Because these teams, they do their job, but they're not like one-shotting everything. And I'm not going to say I don't want them to one-shot everything. I think that would be neat. But also, I'm not a whale. I do spend sometimes in Genshin, but I don't whale on the game. So I don't have that type of money to be able to get the type of weapons or C6 5-star like I could, because I can't. So I just try to do the best with what I have. Now, could it be more optimized? Yes, but I don't really kind of a bit awkward for me to admit, but I don't really have that many friends that play Genshin, or I don't talk to the ones that do play Genshin because I'm just extremely awkward. So I end up just not asking for help, and I end up with teams like this where that it's functional, but it's not as functional as it could be. I'm going to go completely off topic here, but I recently started a small business for perfumes and fabrics. And yes, this is technically me saying, hey, I have a shop, go shop there. But also, I kind of just wanted to talk about it because it's hard having a shop, especially when you're such a small business owner. But it's also just really interesting coming up with prices and everything. I honestly didn't do as much research as I should have before I started the shop, and I'm now figuring out prices and everything, and it's just really interesting with how things come together with oh, this is how much it should be, and this is how much it costs at the base price, and then this is how much you should multiply it to get your preferred price. So it's really interesting because I never really took into account how these things worked before. So it's it's interesting. It's neat. And I usually sell perfume oils or hats. I'm trying to make pouches, which they're 7 inches by 3 or 4 inches, and you can fit dice in them. Depending on what it is, it can be a pencil case. But yeah, I'm trying to make those. There's one ambitious project that I'm trying to work on, which is making a Kindle case. And I've already made one before for my grandmother, but I don't have enough yarn to be able to make another one, so I'm going to have to do that when I get more yarn. It's not that hard to make, it's just I don't have the yarn to make it. They're fun to make, I do like making it, and I actually do plan to use the rectangular loom that I have to make it, but I don't have the yarn to make it yet. Right now, I bought some orange and creamsicle type of yarn, and I plan to make hats out of those if I can make enough hats out of them. So I'm hoping that I can, at least do something with it, and hopefully I'll have some leftover yarn to be able to make some pouches, because I'd really like to sell those too. I actually use one of them to keep my dice in them. I don't play D&D, but I have a bunch of it's D&D-esque dice, which is they have locations on there, they have races. One of them is the riding dice by Tumbleweeds, 2 tumbleweeds. And I put all of those dice into one pouch, so I keep them in one pouch and kind of mix them up and then let them come out wherever they may be. So I ended up doing that with them, and it's been really neat and nice. One thing I kind of worry about with loom knitted stuff is the durability of it, because with all things knitted, either knitted or crocheted or loom knitted, you have to be very careful with it, because it can unravel pretty easily if you don't know how to make it, or if it can unravel pretty easily if it goes into the washer, or if you didn't tie in your ends long enough, or that it doesn't unravel or anything. So it's I kind of worry about the durability of it. But so far, my stuff that I've made for myself has held up pretty good. I've had a couple of hand, fingerless gloves that I've made. I've made some, yoga socks. I've made some hats. I've made some pouches. I made a shrug one time. Actually, twice. I made it twice. and those are pretty fun to make. It takes a lot of, you know, it's a very slow-paced hobby, so it's not very like, oh, you can get this done within a day. No, it took me multiple days, I think at least like a week, for me to actually finish it. So it was very fun, but it just took me a little bit to finish it. I forgot to move my mic closer, so I'm hoping that this is now closer so that I'm a little bit louder, so that I don't have to speak as loud. This is an off-topic thing again, for that I do plan to get another mic for recording, like a Blue Yeti, because I've seen a lot of people use those for like ASMR, both people that use it like real, like you see the person ASMR, and also I've seen some people use Blue Yetis for like Genshin Impact ASMR videos. So I'm hoping to get a Blue Yeti whenever I get the money to, because I think that would be really interesting with how sensitive it is, and I might have to like, whisper and be a little bit, quieter and everything, and speak slowly and speak quieter, kind of like this, but I'm kind of comfortable with what I do now, but also I think it could be more ASMR-esque if I had a Blue Yeti. But also, I don't know if it is ASMR, because, I have had people, comment on my stuff, and they say they find my stuff relaxing, but I don't know if it's, like, ASMR-esque. It doesn't feel ASMR-esque to me, maybe because I listen to myself all the time, so I'm just used to it, and so I can't fall asleep to the sound of my own voice, but it's just something that I don't know. Some people have said, like I've heard this multiple times from people, where that they say, like, your voice does put me to sleep. Like it's very soft, it's very quiet, it's very ASMR-y, kind of, like it puts me to sleep. So I'm kind of confident in my ability to be able to have like an ASMR-esque type of cadence to these videos. As you can tell here, we have Aloy, who we almost have to level 80. I know I'm kind of covering the bottom right of the screen, but I have Aloy's stuff. All I have to do is just get some more gemstones. But right now, we're working on Ayato. And this fight might look a little frustrating to people who figure it out a lot faster, but I did not figure it out fast enough. I will tell you now that when it comes to those hydro slimes that the hydro hypostasis sends out to heal it, I didn't realize Nahida could one-shot them. And so I kept on using like Fischl or Shilonen or Clarand to defeat them, but Nahida one-shotted them because of the bloom effect. So I ended up just kind of going through this about 2 or 3 times without realizing, oh, Nahida one-shots these. So I'm sorry if this is a little frustrating, but hopefully this is, relaxing enough that you guys can overlook it. But yeah, like I said, these teams aren't meta. They're not supposed to be meta. They're just for me to play around with and what works best for me. When it comes to playing, Genshin or Zenless Zero, for example, I just spam buttons and see what works. I don't have any specific way that I work, so I just spam whatever buttons work. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just the way that I work sometimes. I'm kind of glad I had this video in the back burner, because that means I don't have to worry about recording for like 2 weeks. So as long as I have that under control, I can actually record something throughout, like, during those 2 weeks and build up a, not burn myself out. Because if I work constantly, then I'm going to burn myself out. But if I have like a backlog of stuff, then backlog is not a good word for me to use, but like mass production or whatever of stuff, then I don't have to like scramble to get a video out. I can just work in the realm of what I have and make sure that I just have enough to, you know, have, like, to post for that week. Like, this week, the Zabai video is going up. I recorded that yesterday. And yesterday was Tuesday. So, I got done with it, like, at 12 a.m. this morning. But I recorded that one, and then now I'm recording the voiceover for this. Now, guaranteed, I did have these videos recorded in advance, and I just hadn't done anything with them, and I already had edited them. This one didn't take as much editing, the other one did, because of the way that I had so many recordings. But, you know, as far as that goes, it was much more, this week has been much more relaxed in terms of how I've been, you know, recording and everything, and yeah, so I've just been mainly very relaxed and low-key with my schedule. I will be having some shorts go up. I don't really record shorts from my videos because my VTuber is in the corner, and so I don't really know how to record the, you know, stuff. I know how to record a video, like a YouTube short, but I don't know how to get a short, like I don't know how to make a short from an already pre-recorded video because I'm just not good at that. I don't know what people find funny, I don't know what people like, and I don't know what I would post, and so I just ended up, you know, just recording myself with my small business because I figured if I have a short, it will push me to more audiences. So I'm hoping with the shorts I can, you know, talk about my business a lot more instead of just having to, you know, post reels all the time or anything like that. Because as much as I like making videos, I don't like making shorts. Shorts are just not my thing because I'm not very good. I'm not like on the fly funny, or, you know, I'm not very good at making short content. I like to talk. Even though I have trouble yapping, I like to yap. I like to over-explain. I don't know, it's just the way that I am. I like longer content, even if the person isn't funny, or even if the person has a lot of dead space. I like that type of video. It's relaxing, and shorts are not relaxing unless they're fast-paced. Because a lot of ASMR artists have to make like very fast-paced videos to keep a person engaged with their content, even if it is ASMR, and so I don't do it. So I leave it alone. I think here is about the time that I figure out that Nahida one-shots the slimes, so I think it's not that long for me to actually defeat the hydrohypostasis without, you know, a character dying. Guaranteed a character will die because it's me. I'm not good at the game, but it's just, I figure it out soon, I think. I don't really remember this. I know that it takes me like a few tries for me to realize, oh, Nahida one-shots these. So I'm hoping it's soon rather than later, because I don't want more people to get frustrated. Back on topic to my perfumes, I'm having a lot of fun figuring out what scents work with what, because I order my scents from a small business as well, and they have a lot of like good scents, and I like their scents, and a lot of them are like floral or like sweet and candy-esque. Like one of the ones that they have is strawberry, and it smells just exactly like a candied strawberry. So that's what I named it in my shop, was candied strawberry. And if that isn't anyone's favorite scent, I'm going to be surprised, because it smells just like a strawberry, it smells just like candy, and it's one of my favorite scents. I actually made one for myself, because it's one of my favorite scents and I like it so much. Preferably I like watermelon, but I haven't bought the watermelon from this one scent, like essential oil place, so I don't know what it smells like, but I hope it smells just as good as the candied strawberry, or my candied strawberry, because I use jojoba oil, and then I also use sweet almond oil. Not both at the same time, I use one at a time. Maybe I should use both, I'm not entirely sure. I just use whatever makes sense, like whatever doesn't use as much product, because if I use both of them, then that means the price will go up, and not that I mind the price going up, it's just that I don't want people to get like, oh, this costs a lot, so I'm not going to spend the money on it. It's more just like, I don't want the price to go up because people won't buy it, and also it makes me have to buy more product to fill the, like, because I made 24 of them, and so I'm hoping that if I just use one at a time, like have 4 of them that are jojoba oil, and then 4 that are sweet almond, then it makes the product last longer rather than putting jojoba oil and sweet almond oil in the same perfume. So that's kind of the reason why I have like two of the same thing. Like they're both 10mm roller balls, but they're but one of them's made with jojoba oil and one of them's made with sweet almond. So that's kind of the reason why I have it. But it's fun kind of mixing scents together. I have a VGEN account, which is where I have like most of my writing and stuff. One of the new listings that I have now is like a scent based off of your favorite character. So like if anyone were to send me like a Genshin Impact character or like a Honkai Star Rail character, if they have a scent that they pair with a certain character, then I can make a, you know, like a scent profile and make like a roller ball of it, and they can have that. Or like if it's for a VTuber, then they can have like a scent profile of what their brand is, and I think that would be really interesting to have. I just did that today, so I haven't had anyone order anything from me, but I'm hoping that that will be at least somewhat popular on my shop, because I do earnestly I do like making them, because like I'm that type of person that likes making stuff, so that's kind of the reason why I make like loom knitting or like perfumes and stuff. I don't use a perfume, like an alcohol perfume, because the idea is to make it nourishing and not like it's not like a perfume. I don't know the different names for it, but it's like a moisturizer. It's not supposed to be like a perfume, it's supposed to be like a perfume moisturizer type of thing. So it's not like a perfume, it's more like a body moisturizer that just has a scent to it. And I think that is what makes it different than other places, because there's a lot of people that sell body oils on Etsy, but like it's more just like like in the regular business, not like outside of Etsy, it's more like they don't make body moistures that are scented. It's more just like, oh, we have a perfume and then we have like a body moisturizer, and so it's kind of just like, and then there's like the one thing that I can think of is like EOS, which is like a body cream, but like this is supposed to be like different than a body cream. It's supposed to be like a body oil to put on yourself to make your skin feel softer. So that's kind of what I'm getting at, is like there's like the Vaseline type of like body oil where it's like it makes your skin feel super soft and everything. That's kind of what I'm going for in terms of my body oils. So I'm hoping that they will sell and that, you know, people will like them, because I do plan to up the like sizing, because right now all I sell is like 10mm or milliliter like bottles, and then I also sell like some like 1-ounce bottles and 2-ounce bottles, but that's because that's like spares that I had, so it's not like anything like I have a full stock of these. It's just what I had extra of from when I had like body oils and stuff. But yeah, so I'm hoping that people will buy them and everything, that people will like them, and that it's what people want, because I like making them, and they're fun to make, so I'm hoping people like them. So I hope you all have a good day and or night, and that this video was relaxing for you. We're getting towards the end of the video where that I level up these characters. Like I will level up Gorou, I level up Aloy, I try to level up Ayato, but he stays at level 70 or now 74. But yeah, I hope this video was relaxing and that this video puts you to sleep or helps you focus, is like a sleeping aid or like a focus aid, and that, you know, you have a good day and or night, and that, yeah.